Welcome back to the Green Screen, the only UNT sports news show. I'm your favorite host, Evanson Frank Love, and right now my heart is just torn apart because we have some great updates, but at the same time, we also have some season-ending losses. Losses so bad that Elijah Thomas, our men's basketball reporter, he's so heartbroken that he couldn't make it in today, but that's okay, because I got you covered. I have our men's basketball updates. They just lost to Tulsa 84-90 in the American Conference Tournament quarterfinals. One of our most consistent players, Jayden Stevenson, he had 21 points, shot 10 for 10 on the free throws. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. You know, it was an awkward game in the first half. There were a lot of random stoppages that happened that messed up UNT's momentum. Also, in the first half, there were issues with the net. I have no idea what was happening. But in the second half, things picked up, and the game got a lot more competitive. That was when Tulsa was able to tie up the game, and the game ultimately went to overtime 3 times. And in the third overtime, Tulsa was able to outshoot and outscore the Mean Green 11-5. It was a very unfortunate loss and ending to our men's basketball season. For overall, our team finished 19-14. They also finished 9-9 in conference. They made it to the conference quarterfinals for Daniel Robinson's first year coaching our men's basketball team. Shout out to him, and shout out to the entire team. Unfortunate loss, like I've been saying. I do have better news, though. Our tennis team, they are on fire right now, and Josh Landers, our tennis reporter, he was at the game getting ready to play himself, but of course he had to update us, so let's see what he has to say about the last match.
Carrying on momentum into our next game against Iowa State felt incredibly simple for our Mean Green tennis team as we took on Iowa State this past week. In singles play, the Cyclones gathered themselves and scored the first singles point. However, Pia Petalinsek gave UNT the lead right back, showcasing an impressive win at line 4. She also improved to 7-4 overall in singles this season. ISU then took their first official lead for the first time this day, giving them a 3-2 edge with 2 matches to play. Although things seemed out of reach, Ujin Batsuk delivered in a big way, clinching a win at line 6 after dropping her first set 1-6 and gave UNT the tie 3-3. The star of tonight easily was Carolina Ladner, who split her opening 2 sets and was faced with a third winner-take-all set. In the same scenario this season against UAB, Ladner produced a clutch victory at line number 1 to seal a 4-3 Mean Green upset win against Iowa State. The Mean Green have won 9 of the last 10 games. It's nothing but green grass in Denton.
I was just very locked in, and all I kept thinking was, I'm going to win for my team, I need to do this, and I was just trying to be very positive. And with the girls being outside and hyping me up, there's just a lot of energy there, and I tried to take advantage of it.
I pick Carolina every time in a third set with the match on the line. I have 100% confidence in her. I mean, today especially, the way things were going, with the pressure that was shifting over to their end, and their coaches getting in their players' ear every point. Kaka just looked cool. She looked confident. She looked unbothered, and just knew that she was gonna take that one for us.
Thanks, Josh. It's been incredible all season long for our women's tennis team. Now let's move on. Just like our men's basketball team, our women's basketball team, they lost in the American Conference Tournament. Also, our reporter, Mason Garcia, even though he's heartbroken, he is here today. Isn't that right, Mason?
Yes, it was a heartbreaker. I mean, did make it a little bit further than the men, made it to the semifinals, lost 71-67 to Rice. It was a crazy back and forth game. It looked like it was going to go UNT's way for a little bit, but it just ended up swinging Rice's way. As for stats, both Asia Proctor and Shania Price had 12 points each. Megan Nestor dominated, as always, 16-point double-double. And like I said a couple weeks ago, Rice was beatable. They we played them close, like we have all season. And then in the finals, they ended up losing to UTSA. UTSA is, they're going to run into a juggernaut. They play UConn tomorrow at 2. And as for the season, it was a successful season. I mean, it ended 19-14. And a couple achievements that I really want to highlight is, obviously, congratulations again to Megan Nestor. Broke the American Conference all-time single-season rebounds record. And then Coach Burton, he got to 67 wins this season, so that puts him third most all-time on UNT's basketball coaches' wins.
Sadly, another season-ending loss, but, you know, our women's basketball team, they achieved so much. Thank you for an amazing and incredible season of reporting on our women's basketball team, Mason Garcia, and thank you for the updates that we just had. Let's move on. With one team season ending, our track and field team, their outdoor season, they just started, and our track and field reporter, Brandon Martinez, he's been running with the team in order to get us updates. Isn't that right, Brandon?
Now, I don't know about running, Evanson, but I have been keeping track of the team. Thank you, though. This week, the University of North Texas track and field team is in competition mode as they gear up for the outdoor season. The Mean Green are coming off of a strong indoor season where they showed solid performances with many medals and awards to show for it in multiple events. Now with the season being over, the Mean Green are set to open up their outdoor season at the TCU Alumni Invitational. Hosted by the Horned Frogs, with notable competition alongside them, programs such as Oklahoma, SMU, Baylor, and the obvious host, TCU. Competition will be taking place today and tomorrow. This marks the start of a new chapter as UNT looks to carry their indoor momentum into the outdoor season. UNT had notable achievements last outdoor season, winning the men's hammer throw title, the men's long jump, as well as the men's side finishing 5th in the championship, with the women's side placing 8th as well, which is why I am expecting big things for this outdoor season. And as I say that, I want to give a quick shout out to Ollie Williams, as he has already placed first in the men's discus at 9 a.m. today, already showing out for the Mean Green. But that's all for this week's update. I'm taking it back to you at the desk, Evanson. Thank
you, Brandon. Another Mean Green sport that's killing it is our softball team, and Matt Mehl, our softball reporter, he's here. Matt, I think your presence around the team is really helping the momentum right now for them.
You know, I like to think that too. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be at their last series as it was on the road at UAB, but my spirit might be there, might be traveling with the team, so we're still getting wins regardless. Speaking of wins, we're off to a super hot start in conference play, 6-0 after picking up 2 sweeps against UAB and Tulsa to start conference play, which is the first time we've ever done that in school history. Aria Mitchell and Brittany Lewinsky joined Moffitt and Conley as All-American Conference honorable mentions this week. Lewinsky picked up 4 wins. She went into the weekend with 5 and she left with 9. So whenever you can do that, it's a great showing. Mitchell had 6 RBIs in 6 games as well. She's new to D1 softball. She's a transfer from Central Oklahoma, followed Coach White. So she seems to be making that transition to D1 softball absolutely seamless. She's one of the 5 players to also be batting over 300 this season. Pitching really showed up. I think that was the X factor in these last 2 series. In 4 games, we held opponents to 2 runs or less, which is huge. You know, you're going to win a lot of games whenever you do that. This weekend, we also have another series. We go back on the road. We go to UTSA, who is also 6-0 in conference play. So if we were able to get a couple wins, maybe win this series, that'll set us up perfect. You'll have some, something to look forward to for the rest of the season. One player I want to shout out to is Riley McNamee. She's a returner. She's one of the oldest players on the team. They call her Meemaw, but she had 9 RBIs in 6 games, which really helped us, propel to this really good start that we've had.
Yeah, it's exciting to hear that they're 6-0. Like we said, your presence is part of that, but it's also probably the team chemistry and just the way they've been playing all season long and showing glimpses of showing an incredible start to the season. Thank you, Matt. Our men's golf team, they tied for 6th place in the All-American Intercollegiate. Some standouts were the 2 freshmen, Mitchell Meyer, all season long, and the past semester, he's been killing it. He's a freshman. He was also a top performer with an over 11 in this last match. And also, shout out to Rayon Latif. He was right behind Mitchell Meyer. That's another freshman. Alex Wong also improved throughout the tournament. Overall, they're showing glimpses of having another strong season for our men's golf team. Our women's golf team, they don't play until March 23rd at the Chevron Collegiate. That's going to be in Humboldt, Texas. We're going to wish them good luck. For now, shout out to our men's golf team. It's very unfortunate that our two basketball teams had season-ending losses, but they did have a successful season, and we will still continue to cover the teams that are still ongoing. We'll give you the updates here on the Green Screen. We are the only UNT sports news show here at Chilton Studios. Make sure you follow our Instagram at UNT Green Screen, and I've been your host, Evanson Frank Love. We'll see you guys next Friday.